sounds of war is rising. Across the earth, the sound of war is growing louder. In the book of Matthew 24 verses 6 to 7, Yahuah says this, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." This is not just a warning, it is a sign to those who are watching. It is like a trumpet being blown in the earth, calling people to wake up. These wars are not random. They are not just about land, power, or politics. They are part of a greater plan that the Most High spoke through his prophets. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 15 verses 1 to 6 says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." This shows us that what we are seeing is not new. It was already written. The sword represents war, and that sword is now moving through the earth. It is drawing closer, and it is touching many nations. Everywhere we look, there are signs. One nation threatens another. Alliances are breaking. Leaders speak of peace, but prepare for war. In the book of Joel 3 verses 9 to 10, it says, "Prepare war, wake up the mighty man, beat your plowshares into swords." This means that even the tools once used for peace are now being turned into weapons. The world is shifting from peace into conflict, just as it was written. The fear that people feel is also part of this time. The nations can sense that something big is happening, but they do not know why. They do not see that prophecy is being fulfilled right before their eyes. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 16 verse 70 says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." This means there will be fighting not only between nations, but even within them. Division will grow. People will turn against each other. What once felt stable will begin to break apart. This is why the earth feels heavy right now. It is like the air before a storm, quiet in some places, but filled with pressure that is about to be released. The wars we see are just the beginning. They are signs that the world is moving toward a great turning point. It is a warning. It is a call to wake up, to look up, and to understand the time we are living in. The time of Gentile rule was always limited. From the very beginning, the earth was created for righteousness. It was never meant to be ruled by wickedness, or controlled by those who turn away from the Most High. The earth was made with order, truth, and justice in mind. But because of sin, things changed. When man chose his own way, instead of the way of the Most High, the earth began to fall into the hands of those who do not follow his laws. This is how the nations, the Gentiles, were allowed to rise into power for a season. But even this was not forever. It was only for a set time. In the book of Luke 21 verse 24, it says, "Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled." This shows us something very important. The rule of the Gentiles has a limit. It has an ending point. It is like a clock that has been counting down from the very beginning. And now, that time is almost up. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 6 verse 9 says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." This verse reveals a deep truth. One rulership must end before another can begin. The world as we know it, ruled by the nations, is coming to its close. And something new is about to rise. The Gentile kingdoms have built systems of power, wealth, and control. They have ruled over lands, over people, and even over the truth. But their power was never meant to last forever. In the book of Daniel 2 verse 21, it says, "He removeth kings, and setteth up kings." This means the Most High alone is in control of all rulership. He allows kingdoms to rise, and he brings them down when their time is finished. Right now, we are seeing the signs that their time is ending. And as their rule comes to an end, the earth is preparing for a shift, a return to righteousness, just as it was meant to be from the beginning. The nations became proud and full of wickedness. The nations of the earth have grown strong over time, but with that strength came pride. They teach lies as if they are truth, and many people follow those lies without even knowing it. The poor are often pushed down, while the rich grow richer. Justice is turned upside down. What is right is ignored, and what is wrong is rewarded. In the book of Isaiah 5 verse 20, it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness." This is exactly what we see today. The world is confused because the truth has been flipped. The nations have become comfortable in wickedness. They celebrate what is wrong and ignore what is right. In the book of Proverbs 14 verse 34, it says, "Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people." This means sin brings a nation down, no matter how strong it looks on the outside. Many now follow money, power, and pleasure instead of righteousness. They chase what feels good instead of what is right. This is why judgment must come. In the scriptures, war is often a tool of judgment. When a kingdom becomes too wicked, when it refuses to turn back, the Most High allows it to fall by the sword. This is not random. It is not without purpose. It is a response to sin that has grown too great. From the beginning, this pattern has been shown. When people walk away from righteousness and fill the earth with violence, judgment follows. In the book of Ezekiel 7 verse 23, it says, "Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence." When violence fills the land, the sword is not far behind. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 15 verses 14 to 15 says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein! For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." This shows that war rises when judgment is near. It is a sign that the world has reached a breaking point. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 15 verse 17 also says, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." And again in 2 Esdras 15 verse 22, saying, "For because of their pride the city shall be troubled." This shows how life begins to break down during judgment. Movement becomes difficult. Safety disappears. Cities that once felt strong became places of fear. And again in the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 15 verse 15, it says, "They shall fight one against another, and their swords shall be upon their own heads." This means the nations will not only fight others, they will begin to destroy themselves. The same systems they built will turn against them. This is what we are seeing today. Conflicts are rising in many places at once. Confusion is spreading. Violence is increasing. Nations that once worked together are now turning against each other. Alliances are breaking apart. Peace is slipping away. In the book of Jeremiah 25 verse 32, it says, "Behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up." This shows how war spreads like a storm, moving from one place to another, growing stronger as it goes. It is judgment moving through the earth. The Most High will allow the sword to go forth throughout the nations. Do what it was sent to do. Before a kingdom falls, leaders lose control, and the people begin to see that those in power do not have the answers. In the book of Haggai 2 verses 6 to 7, it says, "Yet once, it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land, and I will shake all nations." This shows that the shaking is coming from the Most High. The shaking comes in many forms: war, famine, disease, and fear. All of it is meant to wake the people up. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 16 verse 70, also says, "For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahuah." This means there will be confusion, division, and unrest among the people. What once felt peaceful will no longer feel safe. We are seeing this now. The world feels unstable. Things that once seemed certain are now uncertain. Systems that people depend on are now being removed. Babylon is falling right before our eyes, and many can feel it even if they do not understand it. The cost of living is rising higher and higher. Food prices have gone up. Transportation costs have increased. Simple things that people once could afford are now becoming hard to reach. Many are working harder but still cannot make ends meet. Families are struggling. Stress is growing. The system is putting pressure on the people, and it is becoming too heavy to carry. This is not just an economic problem. This is a sign. In the book of Revelation 18 verses 7 to 8, it says, "She saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine." This shows how Babylon became proud, thinking she could never fall. But her judgment comes suddenly, because her sins have reached their full measure. Babylon's sins are now fully grown. Nothing can cover them anymore. Nothing can hide them. The wickedness has filled the land, from greed and corruption to injustice and lies. Because of this, judgment has entered the land. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 15 verses 5 to 6 says, "Behold, saith Yahuah, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth." This shows that when sin spreads everywhere, judgment must follow. The plagues we see, economic struggle, war, and suffering, are not random. They are the result of a world that has turned away from righteousness. In the book of Isaiah 13 verse 11, it says, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease." Babylon's pride is being brought down. The same system that lifted itself up is now being humbled. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 16 verse 33, says, "The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn, having no husbands, for their land shall be laid waste." This shows the sorrow that comes when judgment spreads through a nation. It affects everyone small and great. No one escapes judgment. The rise of the remnant in the midst of chaos. While the nations are falling, and the world is filled with chaos, something is happening that many cannot see or understand. It is quiet. It is hidden. It is powerful. In the middle of confusion and fear, the people of the book are waking up. These are the hidden ones, the remnant. They are remembering who they are. They are remembering the ways of the Most High, and they are turning back to Him with their whole hearts. The world will not expect this. They will be caught up watching their world crumble, the entire system will fall, and at the same time the people of the Most High are being restored and lifted up by His power. In the book of Isaiah 10 verses 21 to 22, it says, "The remnant shall return unto the mighty Elohim. For though thy people Yasharal be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return." These are the ones who hear the call and respond. They turn away from the lies and begin to walk in truth. The remnant will be gathered from all places. They will be cleaned, prepared, and set apart. Old ways are no more. New strength will be given to the people. The Most High is shaping them for what is to come. This is happening at the same time as the fall. While one world is collapsing, another is rising. While Babylon is weakening, the remnant is growing stronger. And soon, what was hidden will be revealed for all to see. The end of Gentile rule means a transfer of power. The fall of the Gentiles is not just about destruction. It is about a transfer of power. What was once given to the nations is now being taken back. This is not chaos without purpose. This is a shift that was planned from the beginning. The power that ruled the earth for a time is now being removed, and a new rulership is being prepared. The kingdoms of this world were allowed to rise, but they were never meant to last forever. In the book of Daniel 7 verse 27, it says, "And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High." This is a promise. It shows that rulership will not stay in the hands of the wicked. It will be given to those who follow the Most High. In the book of Psalm 75 verses 6 to 7, it says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, but Elohim is the judge. He putteth down one, and setteth up another." This means the Most High is the one who controls power. He decides when kingdoms rise and when they fall. Right now, that shift is happening. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 6 verse 26 to 27 says, "And they that be received shall see it, for behold, the days come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith." This shows that during the time of transition, many will not understand what is happening. Truth will seem hidden, and faith will be hard to find. But the change will still take place. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 2 verse 10 to 11, it says, "Thus saith Yahuah unto Esdras, Tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles." This reveals that what was lost will be restored. The kingdom is being prepared for those who are chosen. A new rulership is coming, one built on righteousness, truth, and the laws of the Most High. And soon, the kingdoms of this world will no longer belong to the wicked, but to those who walk in righteousness. The establishing the order. At the end of all these things, when the shaking is finished and the wars have passed, the order of the Most High will be established in the earth. The wicked nations that refuse to turn back will be brought down, and those who remain will have no choice but to submit to righteousness. The pride of man will be humbled, and the earth will no longer be ruled by confusion, but by truth. This is not just the end of something. It is the beginning of something greater. In the book of Isaiah 2 verses 2 to 3, it says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, all nations shall flow unto it, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths." This shows that the nations that remain will come to learn the ways of the Most High. They will no longer follow their own ways, but will be taught what is right. The earth itself will begin to change. Places that were once dry and lifeless will be restored. In the book of Isaiah 35 verse 1, it says, "The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad, and the desert shall rejoice, and blossom as the rose." This shows that even the land will be healed. What was broken will be made whole again. The children will grow up in a different world. They will not be taught lies, but truth. They will learn obedience, righteousness, and the ways of Yahuah. In the book of Isaiah 54 verse 13, it says, "And all thy children shall be taught of Yahuah, and great shall be the peace of thy children." This means the next generation will walk in peace because they are guided in truth. In the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras 13 verses 37 to 38 says, "And he shall reprove them for their ungodliness, and shall destroy them without labor by the law." This shows that the wicked will not stand in this new order. They will be removed, and righteousness will take their place. In the Apocrypha, Tobit 13 verse 11 says, "Many nations shall come from far to the name of Yahuah, Elohim, with gifts in their hands." This shows that the nations will honor the Most High. They will no longer resist him, but will come willingly and give him glory. This new order will not be like the old world. There will be no confusion, no falsehood, no system built on lies. Everything will be aligned with truth. Justice will be clear. Peace will be real. The wilderness will no longer be a place of struggle, but a place of learning and growth. The people will walk there and be taught the ways of Yahuah, just as it was in the beginning. The earth will be restored. The people will be restored. And the order of the Most High will stand forever. Because when he establishes his kingdom, it will not fall again. The waiting is almost over, and Jacob's deliverance is at hand. Soon, Yahuah will reveal the truth to the world. The righteous remnant will be gathered, restored, and exalted. Until that day, remain steadfast and hold fast to his promises, for his word never fails. For Yahuah has chosen Jacob for himself, Yasharal for his special treasure. Please support the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. May his name be glorified in all the earth. Thank you, Father, for the gift of life. Hallelujah. In the name of the Holy One of Yasharal, the Messiah. Peace and blessings, family. Hallelujah.